Today we are going to be doing a little cook with me. My husband has my older toddler out for a couple of hours, so I figured this would be the perfect time to get a couple of things prepped for the week. So we are going to be prepping some steel cut oats, some hamburger patties, we're going to make some root vegetables, and some potatoes. I thought this video would be beneficial for anybody who likes having home-cooked meals but doesn't always feel like meals come together at mealtime. That certainly is the case for me, and that's why I do these little mini 1-hour meal preps. For instance, when it comes to dinner time, I feel like meat is the one thing that I always have prioritized, and so if I don't have vegetables like sweet potatoes prepped, I will only have meat for dinner. And well, with the kids, I like to have a more balanced meal, especially when it's not just for myself. I can let myself not have balanced meals, unfortunately, but for my kids, I really want them to. So that is why I do this. We are just gonna prep a couple things together, and I'll give you guys ideas and inspiration of what you could do with your own. So first I want to get the steel cut oats going because they're super easy and it feels like a good thing to get out of the way if I get interrupted. So I'm just going to do 1 cup of steel cut oats and 1.5 cups of water, and then I'll do a full can of full fat coconut milk. You guys see the tripod moving all the time? It's because this little crawler won't stay away from it. And 1 can of full fat coconut milk. And these steel cut oats come out so delicious and so creamy. I'm going to leave out the sweetener and I'll just add that on the day we eat it. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and a little bit of salt, about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We've been having big protein breakfast, but I'm not getting all the way full, so I think just like 1/2 cup of steel cut oats will be perfect to kind of fill me up a little bit more and keep me satisfied a little bit later in the day. And then it's just manual pressure for 2 minutes with a natural release, and it's as easy as that. So unfortunately my microphone failed me here, so I'm going to do a little voiceover, but we're going to start with the sweet potatoes. I had to put my little boy in the pack because he just started crawling and he thinks it's hilarious to get into anything I don't want him to get into, and it's amazing how fast they learn what they're not supposed to get into. One of my favorite things to have ready to go in the fridge is just a bunch of root vegetables. This is the perfect side to any meal. And I actually ended up making quite a bit extra, so I threw a bunch in the freezer, and this was just perfect. Because having the meat prepped with the freezer meals and then having some root vegetables in a freezer bag, it's just perfect to be able to pull those out, throw them in the Instant Pot or the oven, and have a meal ready to go at a moment's notice. And even better than not having to do all the chopping and washing on the day of cooking, the best part is not having to do any dishes. Especially since we don't have a dishwasher, doing the dishes is like the bane of my existence, so it's super nice on these nights that I have meals ready to go and I don't have all those prepping dishes to wash. I just have to wash the Instant Pot or a pot and pan and some dishes that we use to eat off of, but it way cuts down on the dishes. I did learn that you don't have to peel sweet potatoes, so I'm not peeling these sweet potatoes, just taking off the yucky parts. And I've never tried that before, so I'm interested to see how it turns out. Let me know in the comments, are you guys team peel your sweet potatoes or not? I typically like peeling most things, but I know that the peel holds a lot of vitamins and nutrients in it. Plus it takes a lot longer to peel, and right now I'm just like, anything that can save me time with the babies and the toddler, I'm all for it. I got this little food chopper for Christmas, and after using it to cut up all these root vegetables, I have to say it's like the best thing ever. I was technically not supposed to use it with sweet potatoes because sweet potatoes are kind of hard, but I ended up using it anyways because I was feeling kind of lazy, and yeah, it's definitely the best thing ever. Although I gotta say, my son thinks my hair is the best thing ever since I've been putting them on the back. So anyways, if cooking at home is something that you guys enjoy and you like to have lots of diced vegetables, then definitely invest in this because it makes the process so much easier, and I made so many vegetables that I froze a whole gallon-size Ziploc bag of them, and those are just ready to go now for meals. Next, I'm going to be cutting up this rutabaga. Rutabaga is something that I tried for the first time last summer when I tried the autoimmune paleo diet. And it's a root vegetable I actually really enjoy, so I thought I would start eating it again just for a little bit of variety because we've really only been having sweet potatoes, so I wanted to add some variety. So I got rutabaga, beets, and I'm also going to add some carrots to this. I want to do these little cook with me videos to give you guys inspiration of things that you can prep for your own family. And so even though my microphone didn't work for this, and that was kind of a bummer for me, I still want to post this video for consistency's sake. Plus, I'm also going to my sister's house this weekend. And so I want to have this to post, like I said, for consistency, but also so that
I don't have to worry about anything while I'm over at her house. I can just enjoy myself, because isn't that what being a stay-at-home mom is all about? So if there's anything you guys ever want to see cooked, or if there's anything you want to know, let me know in the comments and I will make sure to bring that up in the next video.
All right, here goes the carrots. Okay, carrots. And last but not least, we're gonna do beets. Okay, and I know you can eat the greens, but you know, they don't look very good. I'm gonna give them to the chickens so I know they won't go to waste. Then I'm just gonna peel these. All right, here's my root vegetables, you guys. Beautiful rainbow, but as you can tell, that is a lot. So I'm going to freeze a lot of those. And I will be happy that I have these frozen ready to go. And you guys, this thing, I will link this in the show notes for you guys. Life-changing. I think I said that already, but seriously. Reusable freezer bags, also amazing. I will link my favorite ones. My favorite ones are Rezip brand. You can get them on Amazon, so I will link those. Let's just get half of these put away here for future use. These will freeze just fine in the freezer up to 3 months. So if you wanted to get really crazy, you could put them on a baking sheet and spread them out so they don't all freeze together. But I'm going to just take my chances and freeze them like this because I'm not feeling like doing that step today. And I will just put them in a thin layer so that they break apart super easily. So, and I'm just going to put some salt, pepper, onion pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and probably some like smoked paprika on these and call it good. And then I'm also going to fry up some potatoes while I'm at it. These I like to have as a side. They're also great to go with eggs in the morning for breakfast, so I just like having some potatoes fried up. We just got our cows that we raised last summer. So we've been having a lot of steak, so steak and potatoes, baby. And I'm just gonna season these with a little Montreal steak seasoning because that's what we like. Steel cut oats are done. We're just gonna do a natural release. I love this new Instant Pot. It has this whisper quiet release, and I think it's awesome. And it will tell me when it's ready to open too, which is a cool feature. Ready to open. And I want to show you guys how creamy these are. Beautiful, delicious, and creamy, and you can freeze these if you don't think you'd eat the whole pot at one time. I definitely should have doubled it so I could freeze some, but that will be perfect to go with breakfast. And then last, I was going to pound these out into patties, but they are still a little bit frozen, so this will be a job for tomorrow. But I just wanted to let you guys know because it's nice to have just meat ready to go that you can use. So for instance, I had bought a big thing of chicken thighs and I just had my husband smoke the whole entire package on the smoker. So these are delicious and they go great with salads, over these root veggies that I'm cooking, over anything. So when I get hungry, I don't have to think about what I need to eat because it's right here and it's ready to go. I find if I don't have that sort of stuff ready, then I go for like the starchy carbohydrates. And I find myself wanting to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich instead of eating high quality protein. And there's nothing wrong with the peanut butter and jelly, but it's not going to fill me up and I'm going to keep looking for food. So this is what I do to have so that my family can have home cooked meals. So that's what my family does. Usually we just have some sort of meat, whether that's from the freezer meal or from my husband smoking on the Traeger. And then I will have the potatoes, the root veggies, some sort of other veggie ready to go in the fridge so that I don't have to think about that come dinner time. I also like to have stuff ready for breakfast so that I'm not pulling out the cereal or having pancakes every single day for breakfast, which we were doing for a while. I hope you guys enjoyed this little cook with me. If you did, please like this video and subscribe for more because I will try to do these frequently just to give you guys inspiration of things to meal prep and have meals with.
Right now, I'm just gonna freeze these into little cubes so I can just pull out one portion at a time. And it's about a half a cup each.
And I hope to see you guys next time.